Good morning, McGee students and staff, and a happy Friday to all. Today in advisory, we'll study the important habit of mind, listening with understanding and empathy. As your teachers begin today's advisory lesson, there are some very important outcomes to keep in mind, along with some essential questions that you should be able to answer by the conclusion of advisory today.
For today's outcomes, first and foremost, we want the entire McGee community to have a deep understanding of empathy. It's not enough to simply know the definition of empathy. We want all students and staff to use the language of empathy to build and strengthen positive relationships that can lead to greater academic and social well-being here at McGee. In advisory, we want all students to practice ways to be more understanding and to reflect on what it takes to be a good listener. Today, your teachers will work to help you reach these outcomes, and it's our sincere hope that you'll leave today with a set of tools that you can use to be a great listener moving forward.
The most important piece of today's advisory lesson is not what you learn from your teachers. Instead, it is what you are able to learn from one another. In a few moments, your advisory lesson will begin with a video created by your fellow students in their Encore class. I love when they do that.
Me too.
Then, you'll be asked to complete a brief 5-question survey entitled, "Are You Empathetic?" As a class, you will have an opportunity to share your thoughts, perspectives, and ideas about listening strategies, body language, and actions you can take to become a better listener and to empathize with others.
Later, you'll be paired up with a partner to practice the strategies you've learned. You'll be asked to step into the shoes of another person.
Like Mr. Pelletiers?
No, that's disgusting. Okay. You'll become them as they struggle through a difficult situation. You'll explain what you're experiencing to your partner while your partner practices being empathetic. As you move through today's activities, keep the following essential questions in mind. What does it mean to put yourself in someone else's shoes? How empathetic am I? Can I lead by example and help others be more empathetic? What are some listening with understanding strategies that I can put into practice right away today in school? How does empathy work to support persistence? What role can I play to help others I empathize with persist through difficult times? Enjoy this month's advisory activities. Have a wonderful rest of the school day and a great weekend.
McGee Mindsets, Habits of Mind.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart.
Okay, it's time to gather with your groups and pick the book you want to use for your project.
Hey guys, since this project is all about World War II, we should use this book about Holocaust.
No, I think you're wrong. We should use my book about Anne Frank.
I like Megan's idea better than yours, Sarah. Your book is so boring.
Fine, I'll work alone.
As you can tell, when the girls don't work together and they don't listen to each other, they end up fighting.
Let's use this book for the project. Yeah, your book seems good, but what do you think about this book?
I mean, Sarah, that book is good and all, but what about Megan's?
It's okay, Sarah. I like your book, but next time we can use mine? Okay.
Alright, guys, let's get to work.
Hey you, what are you doing in my hallway? Where'd your clothes come from, a trash can? Loser. Are you okay?
It's just that they keep running. They literally threw me on the ground. They say anything, I start making fun of how I look, making fun of trash.
Why? You're beautiful. Well, I've been through this situation before. I know how it goes. So you did the right thing by telling me, at least someone.
Did you do that earlier? Mind your own business.
Okay, jeez, let's get to class.
Hey. What's up?
Nothing. You?
She's been bullying Tara a lot, pushing her to the ground in lockers, calling her trash and loser.
Regina?
That's weird.
Yeah, that is mean.
I wonder if she's doing that.
Yeah, I've noticed she's been having like weird moments where she's just like,
Oh, hey Maggie, I've been wanting to see you because I talked to my friend earlier and she said that you looked like you were in a bad mood and having a bad day, and I noticed that as well. And you were bullying that poor girl. What's going on?
Well, lately I've been having a lot of troubles at home. My grades aren't that good. And I guess I've been putting it out on other people.
Well, if it makes you feel better, maybe we can go apologize to that girl.
Sure.
What does listening and understanding with empathy mean to you?
Understand if your friend is sad and to listen to them.
I think listening and empathy means that people should be treated how people want to be treated.
I think listening and empathy means to understand the people around you by their emotions.
To me, listening with empathy means to understand one side or multiple sides of a story, to understand the full perspective, and to understand the situation.
Empathy is listening to someone and you understand what they are saying with emotion.
Listening with empathy is listening to someone and actually connecting with the speaker instead of just going along with it, and understanding what they're trying to say.
To me, listening with empathy is being fair and understanding one or more sides of the story to get the full perspective of the situation.
Empathy is being there for someone when they really need it.
Supporting someone, especially if they've been having a tough day or they just need support in general.
Empathy is just being there for your friend, especially when they need all the support they can get. They want you to be there for them.